Welcome to RGR. This is the new podcast called Craft, and it is about craft beer, brewing, all the things kind of surrounding that thing. And if you're new, which I think probably a lot of you are, welcome. I hope that's something you can enjoy. I'm going to kind of venture off into a bunch of different areas. But if you're an old hand around here on the podcast channel, this channel will have the football podcast that you all know and hopefully enjoy, as well as the craft beer podcast that hopefully will bring a bunch of new people to the channel. So welcome to all of you. And also do some behind the scenes, how to podcast, how to YouTube, etc. Do that kind of hit or miss. There'll be extras, and so there'll be some of that as well. So hope you guys enjoy the feed. I just want to start today with really how many of you are craft beer fans? How many of you found this channel because of craft beer? I personally have been into the craft thing for quite a long time, since the old days. And I'll get into another episode about where that started. But I'm a home brewer. I drink quite a variety of styles. I'm not kind of pigeonholed, but the thing that I come up against the most, and that's whether it's my friends or my family or people that I meet that just don't have any exposure to craft. It's not that they don't like it or won't like it. It's just that they're used to their macro-produced Budweisers, Bud Light, Coors Light, and Miller. And especially here in the States, that's the way that it goes quite often until somebody finds something that they like. And I always get asked the question, what is craft beer? And craft beer is really about making it on a small scale with a lot more intention about how it tastes rather than how it's produced or how much of it is produced. A lot of people define craft beer in a lot of different ways, but for me, that's what it boils down to. Are you producing it in a way that makes people want to drink it? And I always relate it a lot to food. Food is the way that it comes across in that you can kind of put them together. They have similar aspects and similar draws. And for those of you that are in Kansas City and probably already know this, you can compare barbecue, good Kansas City barbecue, to a whole lot of fast foods and mass-produced foods, and understand that the care and the love and the ingredients that go into it are really, really different from what you see at McDonald's and Red Robin and that kind of stuff, things that are ubiquitous around the country. So that's how I relate to craft beer, in that you're using specialized ingredients to get specific flavors and try to reach a drinker, a taster, at a different level. And that's really what it comes down to. Now, there's so much beer that can be sought after and can be drank in a specific way that it's impossible to call craft one style or another. There's world regions, there's style regions, there's styles within styles, like the New England IPA phenomenon that we've seen over the last couple of years. And I know a lot of you folks that have spoken out on this channel before are New England IPA fans. So, within that, the way that the water chemistry works, the higher fruit aspect of it by using late addition hops rather than hops early in the boil, and even some reducing all the bittering hops together, that really changes the way things taste. And that's what I think is the exciting part. And that's honestly why I'm starting the craft beer show, is because I do a lot of that. And in my personal life, in my circle of friends, I have a lot of Miller and Coors drinkers that I'm trying to show a bigger palate to. And really, especially when I'm making barbecue or I'm cooking at home, I try to pair some of those things with to expand what's out there for people. And generally, I find it really successful in my circle of friends. I hope you do as well. And if you want to know more about what is going on in craft beer or what a beer tastes like, I'm going to do beer reviews. I'm going to do a little bit of industry news, probably, maybe not every week, but every so often. I'm going to do some behind the scenes. I'm going to do some of my homebrew techniques and some commentary on some new techniques. So if you're a home brewer or a craft beer drinker or somebody who doesn't really have exposure to craft beer, well, hopefully this channel will give you, this podcast on this channel will give you some more hints at it, some aspects of it. And luckily, with so many of the subscribers on this channel already being in Kansas City and having Boulevard in town, that makes things a whole lot easier. A lot of people have been exposed to Boulevard, whether it's been intentionally or not. But that's a great place to start. It's really great for Kansas City and for Chiefs fans in particular, to have a craft beer brewery of that magnitude in town. I mean, they're a top 10 brewery in America for a reason. And there's a lot to explore there. I hit Boulevard every time I'm in town. And for those of you that have been to training camp and that kind of thing, you know that's where you can probably find me. There are a lot of other great companies in town. There's another beer code that I've had some exposure with, and we'll talk about them here in the future too. You've probably seen them on the pod channel, as well as the other channel. So today, I just wanted to talk about what craft is to me and hopefully what that will come across as, and we'll go on from there. Some of these will be longer videos, some will be short videos. Like I said, I'm going to review some beers that'll probably just be a few minutes. But I'll also do some audio as well because the podcast format sometimes lends itself better to when I'm at a brewery and I can talk to the brewer or one of the folks that I know in the industry, and I am friendly with a number of brewers. So you're going to hear a lot of style. You're going to hear a lot of brewers. You're going to hear a lot of different aspects of it from where I can find, mostly in Colorado because that's what I live, but all across the country as well in my travels, and I'll try to update you guys with what I have. I've got some stuff already squared away that I've done in the last year preparing for this channel, so it's about editing at that point. So this is going to be really the intro thing, and I want to know from you guys, why are you into craft beer, or why are you interested in craft beer if you're not already? And what styles do you like? Leave your comments below and let me know, and we'll start the conversation that way, and I can kind of tailor from there. If you're new, please hit the subscribe and the notification so you know when something new goes up. This channel is going to have all the podcasts on it, so you'll get a little bit of that, but you can also subscribe just to the playlist for RGR Craft, for the beer show. So I appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up if you like this particular one, and I'll have more for you in the coming weeks. Going to be a little bit more sporadic. It's not going to be anywhere close to the production on the RGR football channel, especially because football season is here. But I wanted to get some of this out and get it going. So thanks for watching this one. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you next time.